What's up everybody, I'm the Mangoose, you are awesome, and I'm here today to tell you how to get good at playing Bloodhunt solo, even if you can't aim. I feel uniquely qualified to address this topic because I myself suck at aiming. Well, it's not really that I can't aim, it's that I can't track. If someone is standing relatively still, I can nail them, but even when I get the jump on people, I still lose fights. They turn on me, jump, slide, and weave, all while laser beaming me in the skull, and I just can't track them and hit them. However, I still often place at least top 5, and shockingly enough, I have some wins under my belt. I don't accomplish this by hiding like a little bitch till the end of the game and running from every fight either. I am selective about the fights I take, but I do take them. No, I do this by taking advantage of some of the weapons available and positioning myself strategically. While I'll never be a top-ranked player in Bloodhunt because I can't aim, I can at least enjoy the game and know that I can be a force to be reckoned with. Hopefully these tips will assist you with doing the same. The first thing you're going to want to master is the melee weapons. The melee weapons in this game are extremely strong due to having 50% lifesteal baked in. Once you get on top of someone, you can swing away with a melee weapon, dealing massive damage while soaking up bullets and healing through the encounter like it's nothing. However, there are players that are skilled at jumping out of your range and punishing you for bringing an axe to a gunfight. You can solve this problem by adjusting your settings to maximize weapon swap efficiency and using certain easy-to-use weapons to follow up your melee damage. In your settings menu, go to Gameplay, then Keyboard and Mouse, then make sure your weapons cycle style is set to ranged weapons only. I also changed my keybind so that the melee weapon switching is on my mouse thumb button. If you're fine with it on 2, then cool, but I personally like it on my mouse. If you're curious about what melee weapons to use, the spike club is probably the weakest, the axe is significantly stronger, the sword is a bit stronger than the axe, and it can reflect bullets with the alt fire, the right mouse button. The scourge blades are fast, have a baked-in dash, and are capable of dealing the most damage. So replace the club with an axe if you can, and replace that with the katana or the scourge blades if possible, and it's kind of up to you which one you prefer. The scourge blades do deal the most damage, but I prefer using the katana because that damage reflect is really awesome. Be selective about what buffs you pick up. Stacking buffs gives you significantly higher returns. For example, if you plan to melee the shit out of people, as mentioned before, stack the orange choleric buff. With one buff you get 10% melee damage, 2 gives you 25%, and 3 gives you 50%. It doesn't have to be orange, of course. Maybe you went with the Nosferatu clan and you plan on invisi boosting on top of people a lot. In that case, you would stack the purple melancholic buff. The point is, taking random buffs of assorted colors will just mean that you have 3 weak buffs instead of 1 strong one. Pick a strategy and stick with it as best as you can. I mean, it's even better if you can get a stack of 3 buffs, kill 3 people, get the Diablerization, or you can also kill the entity soldiers, and if you feed on an entity soldier, then you also unlock a buff slot. But any way you do it, if you can have a 3 stack of really good buffs, of like multiple buffs, oh, that's just the best. Now, some of the weapons that are useful for aimless noobs like me. The crossbows. Both the shoulder-fired and two-handed akimbo variants work more like grenade launchers than bows. I went into this game thinking of the crossbows as how they work in most other games, which is kind of like a silent sniper rifle with some a lot of drop off to the projectile. But no, it's more like the noob tube from Call of Duty games. As such, they're really good in the hands of a no-aim potato like me. The two-handed shoulder-fired variant will fire 1 bolt that explodes in an AoE cloud of gas. Rarity upgrades don't give you more bolts like most of the other weapons, it just shortens your reload time. If you can land the bolt somewhere in the general vicinity of a player, it will do some damage. Best of all, it will also obscure vision, allowing you to reposition, reload, and fire again. The crossbow is also silent, allowing you to dish out damage from a distance without giving away your position. I often find myself in situations where I'm playing Ring Around the Rosie with a chimney or some shit, and I invariably lose those exchanges unless I have a crossbow to deal that AoE damage around a pillar. It's also great as a fire and forget when you down someone and you don't want to risk either walking over to them or giving your position away with gunfire. You can just drop a bolt on top of them and walk away, they'll die. The pistol crossbows work more like a traditional grenade launcher. Each bolt causes an AoE explosion at the point of impact. I used to hate them, but the recent update gives you significantly more shots at all rarity levels, so you don't have to reload after 2 frickin' shots anymore, and it's made them a great deal more useful. I still prefer the shoulder-fired crossbow, but the pistols ain't too shabby in a pinch. It's more about strategic positioning with the crossbows than aiming. Before the latest patch, I would have said that the shoulder-fired bow is by far the most powerful of the two. I think it still is a bit more powerful, but with the two-hander being nerfed and the double pistol bows getting buffed, they're both pretty useful. Next up is the Toggler. That's what Shark Mob calls the Browning automatic rifle. It has 2 fire modes. The default is a ranged automatic low fire rate option, which can be devastating if you can aim well, but the one we're looking for is the secondary option that you can switch to by pressing the default fire mode button, which is the B button. Pressing B will cause your sights to open up quite a bit, and the Toggler will instead fire an unrealistically fast burst of fire in a cone in front of you. You don't have to worry about accuracy or tracking your target when you're slinging a shitload of 7.62 caliber rounds directly in their face. Of course, you do have to be up close and personal to hit anything, but I find it's an excellent follow-up when you're trying to melee someone down and they jump away. Just fast switch to the Toggler and blow them out of the air. Finally, I want to talk about these shotguns. As I said before, my problem isn't with aim as much as it is tracking. With the shotguns, I can deliver a burst of damage with one shot instead of trying to track multiple shots into a moving target. You do have to aim with these, but if you're anything like me, you can still be successful with them. The double-barreled shotgun holds 2 rounds at all rarities, with increased rarity giving you faster reload times. You can rapidly fire 2 powerful blasts with this gun. Another great follow-up for melee damage, or if you pick the Vandal archetype, you can follow up your knock-up with a devastating amount of damage, just a double blam blam right in their face as they're still up in the air. The pump-action shotgun holds more rounds with increased rarity, but needs to be reloaded after each shot by racking the slide. The most recent update effectively increased the fire rate of the pump-action, but I haven't had an opportunity to really test it out. It was always a very good weapon if you can aim a little, and it should be even better now. A quick bonus weapon is the Marksman Rifle. Not the sniper rifle with the scope, but the semi-automatic rifle. It seems counterintuitive for someone who can't aim to use this weapon, but I've personally had a lot of success with the Marksman Rifle because it forces me to aim each shot instead of trying to track targets on full auto. The burst rifle dropped by Entity Soldiers is also pretty good and functions much the same way, but with a 3-round burst instead of single shots. Now let's move on to selecting your fights. Like I said, I don't just hide until the end, but I also try not to take fights that I know that I can't win. As soon as someone gets the jump on me, I peace out, heal up, armor up, reposition, and then try to take the fight. You're especially vulnerable just after you down someone. As with any battle royale, third-party kills are how you win, so if you have an extended fight with lots of gunfire, somebody will be coming to try and mop up. If they get the jump on you while you're weak from the fight, just leave the kill on the ground and run if you down somebody. 9 times out of 10, they'll go for the person you just downed and leave you the hell alone, which is fine. The goal isn't to rack up kills, the goal is to be the last person alive. With that being said, don't be shy about running in to mop up after a fight. It's a fucking video game, not an honorable duel. Just be aware that if you heard the fight and responded, other people did too, so that's also a good way to get the jump on someone, taking them out while they're tunnel visioned on a fight. Be very careful about when you choose to Diablerize a target. This of course leaves you wide open, however the benefits of getting that extra buff slot can be huge, so if you think it's safe, go for it. Conversely, never give up once you've been down. I see a lot of people just sit on the ground and wait patiently for their death. Giving up is a mistake. I was down 4 times before one of my wins. People get greedy and get clapped while trying to finish you off, which gives you a chance to get away and possibly kill the person that downed you. The next tip is travel low, attack high. When traversing the map, stick to the streets instead of leaping along the rooftops. It's much easier for more people to see you on the rooftops than when you're in an alley. When you do intend to fight someone though, try to get up as high as you can so you can aim down on them. It's much easier and safer, just watch out for people trying to snipe you from across the map. My last tip is to pick 2 or 3 spawn points and just keep spawning there until you're familiar with the area. Knowing exactly where loot spawns, police trucks, and ambulances are when you first load into the game will help prevent you from falling victim to a player that just happened to find a Tommy gun and you're still rocking the starter pistol. I like to spawn at either the harbor or the antenna. Both have boxes with good loot. Both have police trucks close by so I can get some quick armor. And armor is just oh so very important in this game. Try not to ever take a fight unless you have some armor on. That wraps it up, folks. That's all the tips I have for you today. If I think of anything else, I might make another video. If you enjoyed this, please, and if you found it helpful, then please hit that like button and leave a comment on some of your kills and some of your experiences with Bloodhunt. I've really been enjoying this game. Never thought I would like a BR, but this one is chef's kiss good. It's really good. So that's all I have for now. I hope you enjoy your day. This is the Mangoose signing off. You guys have a good one. Mangoose! Shout out to channel members Foolish Bloodhunter, Jelly Knees, and Meow Mix for Men.